Hello, welcome to Soul Horizons Tarot. We're going to be doing a love reading for the sign of Leo today. This may not resonate for everyone, so do not, if it doesn't sound familiar, if it does not fit your situation, then it is not your story. This is a love reading for the person most on Leo's mind. I did forget that I have been doing the shuffle on camera, so the main cards will be here, but the clarifiers will pull during the reading. So let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed this reading, if it did resonate for you, as well as like, share, subscribe. But other than that, let's get it started. Happy Mother's Day, late belated Mother's Day to any of you out there that are parents or not. I don't know why I said that. Alright, so this side is for your person, this side is for the Leos. Starting off, we have their current energy situation, and then yours, the challenge and obstacle between the two of you, their perspective of you, how they see you versus how you see them, their feelings, your feelings, their next actions towards you, how you will react or receive that, and then probable outcome, as well as the overall potential of the connection between the two of you. So let's start out with their current energy situation. Now we do have the Nine of Swords, so they are stressed out about something. They are anxious, overthinking, possibly some of them to the extreme could be having like a mental breakdown or panic attacks, anxiety. You may be aware of this. This could be this is for, whoever's most on your mind. So for Leos that are coupled with someone, this could be your person, or it could be someone that you are interested in, or it's just heavy on your mind. So let's look at their current energy and situation with that Nine of Swords. Why are they stressed out? What's going on for this person? What's going on for Leo's person? The person most on their mind with that Nine of Swords, please. Tell me about that Nine of Swords. 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, the High Priestess. Okay, they could be worrying about something that they're not vocalizing, they're not telling you or talking about. I was afraid of this. So something that they could be keeping secret or hidden from you or others around them. They may have gone quiet during this period for whatever reason. They may not be sharing what's stressing them out. It could be that some of them are stressed out because their intuition is telling them something and it's not something that they want to hear or accept. Some of them may even be seeking therapy for their stress and anxiety, or healing medication. I only say that because the High Priestess can indicate a healer, a guide, a counselor. Tell me one more. With the High Priestess and the Nine of Swords, what's going on with this person? Okay, the Hangman. Okay, so they've hit a point in their life or their career where they're struggling with stagnation, or it may have forced them to look at things that they do not want to think about, or they have procrastinated, put off thinking about, considering. It's not giving me too much on what exactly that is. I'll see if I can pinpoint that, for maybe if it's not going to resonate. Everybody's situation is different. As far as signs so far, we have Pisces, very strong Pisces. Tell me one more. Could be Cancer as well, or Scorpio, but for me, High Priestess is, oops, or the card represents Pisces. Tell me about that Nine of Swords. What is this person stressed out about? Maybe it's just because of the stagnation, they're in limbo, things are not progressing, and that does make sense for the block and challenge. I'll get there. Tell me about that Nine of Swords, okay? Okay, they could have received some information, or they could have had an epiphany, or they could be thinking about relaying some kind of information or truth, and it's really, they're getting worked up about it. They're in their head about something that they know, they found out, or they're just stressed about relaying maybe this information to you. It could be about anything. It's just a realization or a truth that has been revealed to them through their own introspection, or they've been put, like I said, they've been put in a position with that Hangman to where they can no longer not face this. They can no longer, what they've seen they can't unsee. Or they can't unknow what they know now. They've reached some kind of conclusion, and it has caused and is causing them a lot of stress, anxiety, possibly sleepless nights. So, I'll move on. To your end of this. What's going on with you? Tell me, so with the Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, doesn't really matter because you're Leo, obviously, but for some of you, you've started a new, possibly a job, maybe you're going back to school, maybe you're learning something new, investing in a future prospect that could be profitable in some way. You're on a new start or a new beginning, or you're developing new skills, you're learning a new skill set. Tell me about that Page of Pentacles for Leo. No. Tell me about that Page of Pentacles. What's going on for the Leo out there that needs to hear this most? Tell me about that Page of Pentacles. Tell me about that page. Alright, 3 shuffles. Okay. Got 1 flipped. Ooh, the 8 of Swords. Okay, so you guys are in your head as well. But the 8 of Swords is usually self-imposed thoughts that are in some way preventing you from achieving something or possibly starting something. You're in your head, but these negative thoughts are binding you, or you feel bound by these negative thoughts. It could be relevant to this person. Maybe you want a new beginning with this person, you want to start something, or you want to move to the next level, and you can't because their anxiety or stress or whatever is affecting you to making you feel helpless in the situation. But it might not have anything to do with them. It could just be in life, career, family, long-term, the pursuit of something. Alright. Then we got the Page of Pentacles again. So yeah, so some of you, maybe some of you have a child. Or you found out you're going to have a child. It does not necessarily have to be that, but the pages can represent children. So tell me one more. One more with the 8 of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. One more. You feel blocked in some way. Yeah, the Magician just flipped, but went right back in the deck. So some of you are trying to manifest a new beginning. Tell me one more, please. 1, 2, Magician on the bottom, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you just want a new beginning, a new start. Could be a profitable investment. Some of you are thinking about investing in something. Could be home, like I said, work, long-term career, a commitment itself. And we'll see if we can get on any information on what that is. And I also want to look at why you feel that Eight of Pentacles. New potential, or excuse me, a potential new beginning that could be lucrative, prosperous. When we talk Pentacles, we think long-term. It has longevity. Tell me about the Page and the Ace of Pentacles. What is this new beginning? Okay. Page of Swords. Okay, so some of you may be doing some looking for new ideas, trying to figure out a way, like coming up with new ideas about how to invest in yourself, in your work, in your skills, your trade. Go away. And then why do they feel that Eight of Swords? Why does Leo feel... Why is that Eight of Swords here for Leo? It could be self-doubt. It could be other people that have made you feel like you can't succeed in this, or you just... There's so much uncertainty surrounding this new beginning. Tell me about that Eight of Swords. Why is that here for Leo? You're asking questions with that Page of Swords. That's what that the page represents, is looking deeper, doing research, collecting information. All right, 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. Justice. You're trying to make a fair and balanced decision, or some of you could be looking at seeking legal advice or advice in a situation like maybe you're trying to figure out what is the best education, like formal education. What are the best classes to take? What is the best company to invest your future in? You could also be looking into information about this person. This is Libra energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, as far as signs go. You could be trying to right a wrong, receive justice over an injustice, but it more so feels like you're trying to get something off the ground, but you feel bound by something that there's unfairness, or you feel slighted in some way, or like things are not going in your favor. Some of you could be in a legal situation, a legal battle, and you feel like your hands are tied, and it's preventing you from getting this new start. So for some of you, you could be trying to get a divorce, but the proceedings of that are preventing you from your new start, your new beginning, your new investment. All right, moving on. And again, it could tie back to this person, because we do have the Eight of Wands as what is crossing you both as the biggest challenge or obstacle to bring the two of you together cohesively. Now, if you're already together, you know, this could be something that has been going on. But let's look at that. So the Eight of Wands in a challenge position would mean either one of two things. Either there is no movement, there is no momentum, the energy is inconsistent, the flow of maybe communication is off, or things moved too fast. The Eight of Wands in the upright, I don't do reversals unless they come out in the shuffle. So I don't, you know, when I pull the main cards, they're not ever in the reverse, but the clarifiers can be. So again, one of two things, either no movement or very little movement, or inconsistency, or things were moving too fast. Maybe that's why this person is stressed out and you feel hindered because they've kind of taken a back seat. But let's see, let me ask. Tell me about this Eight of Wands for the biggest challenge or obstacle between Leo and the person most on their mind. Tell me more about this Eight of Wands, please. What's going on with that? Why is that here? A challenge or obstacle. 1, 2, and 3. The moon. Okay, so there could be some things that one of you doesn't know. You could be the one that is in the blind, or they could be, or the both of you. There's some missing pieces. I don't know why the math's not mathing, and just popped into my head. Something's not adding up because we don't have a clear idea, we don't have a clear picture, we don't have a clear understanding. There could be some misunderstandings with the moon being there. That is Cancer mainly, but also could be Pisces, Scorpio. We have very strong Pisces so far, but that is the card of Cancer. So let's see what else. Some secrets possibly. Maybe secrets came out with the Eight of Wands showing up. Maybe some information was revealed here in a way that like shook someone. One more with the moon and the Eight of Wands. Or maybe there's an undercurrent in the energy that is kind of making it feel chaotic, tense. Tell me one more with the moon and the Eight of Wands for what's crossing Leo and this person as a challenge or obstacle. Alright, 3 shuffles. 1, 2. I just looked at the clock and it was 22:22. The timer rather, 3. Magician again. Knight of Cups. Okay, so something's just not adding up. Maybe actions are not meeting, or words are not meeting action, vice versa. Actions are not meeting word, or inaction if there's a lack of movement. Let's see what that moon's about. Why is the moon here? What's going on with the moon? Okay. Somebody could be not revealing their real feelings, hiding their true feelings. Or maybe, again, you're just getting some inconsistent, like they tell you and they seem sincere when they say it, or vice versa. Maybe this is you doing this to this person and that's what's stressing them out. We're saying one thing but doing another. Now this could be interpreted as someone having like a secret crush, or they're in a relationship that you don't know about, or somebody is. They haven't divulged everything. It's not completely transparent. We don't have all the information. Whether that's their real feelings, someone hasn't told you, or you have not told them how you feel. Like somebody's heart is unknown. It's a mystery. got that Eight of Wands. 1, 2, 3. Justice again. So that's a Libra energy. More water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I feel like Leo's dealing with a water sign or someone that's very watery. Again, there's an imbalance here. Things are not adding up. One more with that Knight of Cups. See, the Knight of Cups usually is very genuine, sincere. They speak from the heart. With that Moon and that Ace of Cups, it's like something hasn't been fully disclosed here. Alright, so the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, so there's a couple different things. Like maybe things moved too fast. Somebody revealed their hand too quickly. Like revealed their feelings or caught feelings really quickly, and it made somebody withdraw. Or it's somebody is saying one thing and acting differently. They're coming across, whoever that is on whoever sides, that they're saying, I want a commitment with you, or I'm interested in getting to know you more, but then their actions, like they don't reply for days, or they act very aloof, I say they because I don't know whose side this is on. But this person seems very withdrawn, and you seem to want a new beginning, but there is an imbalance here between what we know or what we think we know and what's actually going on. Either too fast movement or inconsistencies in that momentum, or there is no momentum. I see somebody is making moves, but somebody over here is either not revealing everything, they're keeping secrets, or very mysterious. Somebody doesn't know what's on their mind or how they really truly feel. Oh, we're leaving those. Alright, moving on to how they see you. They see you as the devil. The perspective. Not really. The Capricorn. This could be that they see you as, well, they could be obsessed with you, but how they see you, it would make more sense to say that they think you're possessive or controlling or manipulative. We'll clarify. But there could be this element of almost an obsession, maybe an unhealthy codependency or attachment, trauma bond, or something that triggers this person. And I say that because they are sitting in the Nine of Swords. Why is the Devil here for how this person sees Leo, the perspective of Leo? Clarify the Devil. Maybe they think that you're trying to control them, or like, what is that? Ten of Cups. And that's interesting because the Ten of Cups is here for how they feel about you. Okay, so back to the first point, maybe they are kind of obsessed. Maybe they're a bit of a control freak in the sense that they have to have things perfect. They're a perfectionist, and nothing can happen until everything is just right. That would kind of make sense because they're in the Nine of Swords, so they're freaking out because things are not moving in the way, or maybe the speed with which they wanted. Or maybe they think that you are OCD and everything has to be perfect with that Ten of Cups. Because that is completion, that is the utmost emotional fulfillment. Maybe they find you obsessed with this idea of happily ever after. And maybe that's not how they see it. So they feel an immense amount of pressure to, not compete, that's not the right word, fulfill something. Tell me one more with the Ten of Cups and the Devil. One more with the Ten of Cups and the Devil for how this person sees Leo. One more, please. Ten of Cups. Swords. I'm getting this energy of like performance anxiety. They're either trying to match a certain standard that you have, or that they perceive that you have, or they want you to. The Three of Swords talks about pain, grief, sorrow, loss, heartbreak. So it almost feels like they're so afraid. There's so much pressure around giving you or being this Ten of Cups, that they're deathly afraid, or very, I'm trying to think of another word other than obsessed. Like, they don't want to disappoint you. This could also be the other way around. That you give them this anxiety because you want things to be perfect. You want this happily ever after with them. And they know that they're not up to that, they're not up to that standard. So they feel, again, that pressure, that performance anxiety is living up to the standard that you set. Even if that's not right, and you say, I don't need them to be a certain way. That's not the way they see it. Or it could also be, that they want happiness with you so much that it's like a fear, and they shut down because they're like terrified of not living up to, or not getting to that Ten of Cups with you. Clearly they feel a great deal. Ten of Cups showing up twice. So you are their happiness, or they could see you being that, or this relationship getting to that point. But with the Three of Swords, I mean, maybe this isn't the first time you guys have, and maybe there is some other aspects like, possessiveness, jealousy, feeling a need to control on whoever's end. But this is how they see you. They see you as the devil. Maybe part of that is that there's something about you that they can't stop thinking about. And it pulls to very strong emotions, both one of like pure happiness and the other one of grief. I want to see why that devil's here. And kind of the Three of Swords too. Tell me about the devil first. They see you as their Ten of Cups, but there's a but. Tell me what that but is with the devil. One just tried to come out. That's the third or fourth time I've seen the Magician. They may feel like you manipulate, or that, again, this is their perception. It doesn't mean it's the truth. The King of Cups. Or you haunt them in a way that's terrifying. They're terrified of the things that you pull up for them, the emotions that you trigger for them. And I don't know why that Three of Swords is there. I don't know if it's a fear of disappointing you, or a fear of being disappointed, or getting too close and having it all yanked away. Maybe you are that important to them. Okay, so the Nine of Cups just came out. The Moon came out. The Nine of Wands. Okay, yeah. You guys have either been through this before, or they've been in a situation where they really wanted something. They wanted this Ten of Cups before. And it terrifies them that they will relive that. This Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups, they really, really want this. So you've either, you've hurt them, or you've hurt each other, or they've been hurt and they're projecting that onto this connection or this idea of you. So take that how it resonates, because it could go either way. I kind of feel, well, I don't really know, honestly, because everybody's story is going to be different. Or it could be that they see you as that, like you're the one that's been hurt, and they feel like you're projecting your insecurities onto them, and they have to prove, they have to pick up and do damage control. Okay, so moving on to how you see them. The High Priestess. You see them either someone very mysterious, or they, Pisces energy again, as somebody that's very intuitive. Maybe you see them as a healer, or very healing in your life. Tell me, why am I using that deck? Tell me more about the High Priestess, for how Leo sees this person. How does Leo see this person? What is their perspective? What is Leo's perspective of this person with the High Priestess, please? I'm going to do 3 more shuffles. I prefer when they pop out, but sometimes they just don't. This is 2. Almost. And, oops, 3. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this is either a cycle that's repeated. You've been through this with this person before. Even if that is the case, it doesn't negate from the fact that there's something about this that feels very fated to you. Like you were meant to meet this person. With the High Priestess there, you feel, I almost get like you guys kind of feel the same way, but they're seeing it as devil energy, whereas you're seeing that same kind of pull, very alluring, very tempting, but you see it as divine, fated, destined, where they see it more as a negative or frightening, or it's almost like there's a fear for them. It's pulling up fear. For you, it's pulling up intrinsically knowing, intuitively certain. Like you were meant to meet this person, or you were meant to cross paths, or you're meant to flesh this out and see where it takes you, if this is a new person. Tell me one more with the Wheel of Fortune and High Priestess. One more with the Wheel of Fortune. So this person is very significant to you because you have two majors here for how you see them. You have a major on their end. Oh, excuse me. You are a major. They've got a major. Major Arcana. Tell me one more. One more with the Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess. 1, 2. I don't like the way that felt. 8 of Cups. Let me do 1, 2, and 3. You could see them as very mysterious too, which just makes you want to know more. Maybe you see them as secretive. But we have, okay, so this is the one I pulled the first time. I did put it to the side and pull one more because it just felt weird. But the 8 of Cups is about, as far as how you see them, maybe you see them as the type of person that when things get too deep, when things get too serious, they pull away. They emotionally distance themselves. Or maybe they've done this to you before. Maybe they have ghosted you. Maybe you are in the process of like non-communication or very little communication because you see them as someone who pulls away. And we have the King of Swords. That's Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but mainly Aquarius. Someone very serious and logical. But also, especially because it came out with that 8 of Cups, somebody that may be a little bit emotionally distant, unreceptive, uncommunicative as far as how they feel. What's on their mind? Well, what's on their mind, but what's in their heart? Especially because that High Priestess is there. It's like somebody that hides behind their intelligence or their intellect, and you don't really get a deeper sense of who they are or how they feel because they don't let that control them, and they don't show much with that High Priestess. This could be like the silent, quiet type is how you see this person. You may be afraid that if they have walked away before, if they haven't distanced themselves, that they'll do it again. Very mysterious, very secretive, maybe very private, but hard to crack. You see this person as someone that's hard to crack. I think it probably drives you a little bit mad and nutty, but at the same time it's also something that attracts you to them. I say that because we have the Emperor down here, but we'll get there. I'm actually... Do I want to do that? Trying to think if I want to take all these clarifiers. I think I will. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So I'll have plenty more to clarify others with. how you see them. Alright, how they feel about you. Ten of Cups. They see, well, they feel very strong feelings. There are feelings here. And with the Ten of Cups, that is, you know, the happily ever after card. I knew that was about to happen. Just 1 second. Alright. So they see a future with you. One that brings them feelings of, you know, long-term potential happiness. Maybe even they see themselves having a family. But you bring them you bring up a lot of feelings, and you bring up good feelings. Tell me more about that Ten of Cups. They do love you, or, you know, they're harboring these feelings, whether you know about them or not. They see this potential with you, at least, of getting to that Ten of Cups, which is ultimate emotional fulfillment. Tell me more about how this person feels. Eight of Wands. Okay, so they see this, you know, getting there. They see movement. They see momentum. They see a path forward. So it's not like they don't see or they don't feel that there is why am I having a hard time? Yeah, they see a future. They feel like this can go somewhere, and it can go somewhere good. Where this was your challenge or obstacle, they don't see it as so much of an obstacle that you can't reach the the Ten of Cups. Tell me one more. For their feelings, they could also feel like maybe they do feel a little bit rushed. Again, I'm getting that performance anxiety. Maybe they feel like you're moving too fast. But it's not like they don't mutually feel happiness with you. Tell me one more with that Eight of Wands and the Ten of Cups for how this person feels about Leo. Tell me one more. I'm going to do 3 more shuffles. 1, 2. We had one flip out. Almost went into the reverse. For some reason, they also feel the Two of Swords. And there you are. Okay, so one of two things. Which, this is their feelings for you, but I'm going to say both anyway. So this is you, I believe, with that King of Wands, because that is the card of Leo. Also Aries, or Aries and Sagittarius, but the Two of Swords is indecision, possibly confusion, the inability to make a decision. So as much as they see a future with you, as much as they see this moving forward, or you know, a path, you know, there is movement here, or at least there's the potential to move this to the Ten of Cups. They also feel a little bit blocked. Or maybe they feel that you are blocked, or you are blocking them. Not like literally like you don't communicate with them, but in some way they do feel that Two of Swords. So there is something here that they either can't make up their mind on, or they see you as not being able to make up your mind, or maybe you're bringing up things in them that make it hard for them to, that's putting them in that Nine of Swords. I'm going to see why that's there. There's indecision here on somebody's end. I don't know if they're indecisive about their feelings for you, or they feel like you're indecisive. Tell me about that Two of Swords. Why is that here for their feelings? Why is that here for this person's feelings towards Leo? Maybe it's just like a response, like a knee-jerk reaction. Again, because remember back here with the Devil, somebody has been through the ringer, whether it's you or them, and they're afraid. They're afraid of losing that Ten of Cups with you. So every time they get to, you know, that point where they allow themselves to think or feel that way, they shut it down. Or maybe they feel shut down by you. Tell me about that Two of Swords. 3 shuffles. 1. Okay, thank you. Queen of Pentacles. I mean, that could be read in several different ways. There could be somebody that represents the wife, whether they have a wife or whether they are involved with the mother of a child of theirs, or you are a mother, or maybe their own mother is some way in the way. This could represent, I do think it's a person that comes to mind. I don't know if it's you or someone else, but it represents nurturing something and taking care of it. It could be taking care of a child. Maybe you want a family and they don't, or they're uncertain about if they want a family, or maybe they're uncertain if they're ready to commit long term, or maybe they're uncertain if you are ready to commit seriously to a long-term commitment. Or again, it could be another person. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that they have, you know, that they are married, but that definitely could. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, okay. They may be afraid, Leo, that you only value the sexual aspect of a connection, where they have the Ten of Cups for you. They may be afraid that you don't want, you don't have a long-term vision as far as having a family, settling down, being in a serious long-term commitment. That makes sense for the Devil, for how they see you. Maybe they feel like you're only interested in them, you know, intimately. Whereas they see the Ten of Cups with you, and they see the Queen of Pentacles with you. Like, they see you as a wife. Even if you're the guy on this side, you're Leo, a male Leo is watching. Doesn't really, gender doesn't matter. But they don't see you, because the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands are two very different individuals. So this is you. You are the King of Wands, but maybe they want to see you as the Queen of Pentacles, somebody that would nurture and build a life, especially around having family, compatible goals and things like that. So there's a couple different interpretations there, but that really makes sense. Maybe that's something that they're afraid of. It could be the other way around. You could reverse that and say, okay, maybe they're more, at least they behave in a way that makes you think that they're only interested in that, but it feels right. At least for something like, again, everybody's story is different. Where? 10 bucks. Okay. Duh. Go ahead and put the clarifiers back. Alright, how you feel about them. Emperor. So, without the clarifiers, when I first saw the Emperor, I already had a storyline going when I was looking at these cards that they're a tough nut to crack. In your perspective of them, they're mysterious. With the Emperor, you like that. You want to win. You want to see him holding the pawn piece, and they see you as the devil. So you are somebody that very persistent. But as far as your feelings towards this person, let me clarify, because having said all that about fear of you not having the same long-term goal, I'm kind of wondering about that now. Tell me more about Leo's feelings. Now this could be that you see them as husband material, because that's what the Emperor is. It's the husband, it's the father, it's the very standard archetype for the provider, the husband, the boss, the king, well, the emperor, but typical archetype. Archetypical. Okay, that's a new word. Alright, tell me about the Emperor. That's also Aries energy. Tell me about that Emperor. For how Leo feels about this person. Five of Wands. Oh boy, Leo. Okay, before I even pulled that 5, I had this, looking at him, I had this feeling like, how do they say that? You can't play me if I invented the game. I'm not calling you a player, but I get this energy. Let me keep shuffling, or let me keep. The Five of Wands is like very combative, disagreements, petty bickering, you know, not really anything major or serious. But when we think about the Emperor and the Five of Wands, this is like super competitive or jealous, or everything is a one-up. Your feelings towards them is either that they are that, they're very competitive, and you have to, like, you always have to, you feel like you're not on a level playing field, or they don't treat you as such. But I'm getting this weird energy or vibe off this Emperor that's almost like, okay, well, two can play that game. Like, I can act unbothered. Tell me one more. There is passion here. There is chemistry for sure. But I'm worried because they have the Ten of Cups for you. Tell me one more. Three shuffles. 1, 2, this was underneath. Well, I don't often get this. And I apologize to those that are watching that this does not resonate for, but there is a Leo that is watching. That this is a game to them, to you. Not all Leos out here that are watching. Is this going to be relevant? But there's a Leo that, for whatever reason, you are attracted to the drama, the kind of, yes, the chemistry. There's a lot of chemistry here. You do have the Nine of Cups, but the Nine of Cups is coming off of the Page of Wands. So this is like the desire to chase, to achieve. And to be straight up, this is feeling like a Leo that sees, like, I see your move and this is my play. It's very, much like you're toying with this person. You enjoy that cat and mouse kind of. The more you make them squirm or uncomfortable, or the more they seem to fight back, the more turned on you are, basically. Now, to your credit, I do see a very, I know this is your feelings for them, but I see this as like, this is how you are in the relationship. And your feelings are that I am the emperor and I get what I want. Now, it could be for some of you that you see this person as that. But I'm honestly, I'm almost vouching for this person because their feelings for you are the Ten of Cups. They love you. And if it hasn't reached to love yet, they care very deeply for you. And they want Ten of Cups with you. But you see it as a chase. And I think that's the thing, that's why they see you as the devil. They are terrified that they will not be able to, substance-wise, they won't get past just the physical aspect of this connection. They want something serious with you. You just want to see them squirm. I don't know if calling you a player is the right thing. Maybe you're just this way with this particular person. Because you can have feelings for someone and they bring out a different side of you. So maybe this person, there's something about the connection or this person that pulls out the emperor in you. And you like the effect that you have on them in the sense that you do make them uncomfortable sometimes. You do make them uneasy. You do unsettle them. But maybe you're unaware of the fact that underneath that it's causing them good deal of pain and discomfort. It's almost like this person is or their reaction to you is a kink. Maybe you didn't know you had until you saw this person react to you the way that they did. I do see like Nine of Cups. This is important to you, but I don't know if this person is as important to you as the game of it. The challenge, rather. The challenge of it. You do feel like there is some feistiness here. Now, again, for those of you that doesn't resonate, it could be the other way around. Maybe you see this person as somebody who, you know, underneath all that composure and like very combative, maybe jealous or possessive energy. Maybe you feel like they only want you for that and you are the toy, but I'm going with the other story stronger because they see you as the devil and you see them as the high priestess, like the mystery. Moving on. Their next actions, or their next action towards you is death. That is Scorpio energy. Tell me about death. Why is that here for this person's actions? Next actions. This literally could be that they call things off, or they end things, or there's like something that's transformative, that changes things in a very significant way. Tell me about death. Why is that here for this person's next actions towards Leo? One, two, Ace of Cups and death. One, two, three. And remember when I said that somebody's been through the ringer? They could have been the one, but maybe you were, and maybe that's why you are presenting yourself as this Emperor. This is the way you don't get hurt. Again, you treat people as if you could live without them. Queen of Swords. Alright, one of two things. They say something or express something to you that changes things. I'm going to clarify. It's kind of what it feels like, but it could also be like they take the potential of this Ace of Cups, which is new love or a beginning in love, and they call it off. Tell me about death. Why is that here? What does it represent? Tell me about the death card. Tell me about death. Why is that here? What does it represent for their next action? One, two, three, 6 of Cups. Yeah, it changes something. it really causes someone, and I'm kind of feeling like this is you, to really consider something, to take something into consideration, maybe reevaluate. Tell me about this Ace of Cups. It changes the history. It's almost like what you took lighthearted and fun is now transformed into something that you have no choice but to take seriously. Tell me about that Ace of Cups. Why is that here for this person's next actions towards Leo? 1, 2, 3, 3 of Swords. Talking about that Queen of Swords. Talking about that Queen of Swords. Okay. Empress. Okay. Regardless of how this plays out, this causes a fundamental change in the makeup of this connection, of this relationship. Fundamentally changes it. Forces one or the both of you to really sit back. Like, I think someone here is really shocked by what's revealed here. How this plays out is going to be different. I've got kind of two storylines, but the main one that I initially thought was, this is causing this person so much grief, this cat and mouse game, or this uncertainty surrounding this connection, that they do call it off and tell you that they need to take some time to consider how they want to move forward, or even if they want to move forward. It could play out that they express to you, how deeply hurt they are about maybe a previous relationship, and this is kind of like giving you some food for thought on why they've been acting the way they've been acting, why there's this as the challenge or obstacle. It could be that some of them come forward and say, hey, this is how I feel, and the fact that I'm not getting that, reflected back to me from you is hurting me. Because there is some history here with the Six of Cups, or someone has some history that is playing a part. And it's changing the it went from fun and playful and lighthearted to this Queen of Swords with the Empress, really taking something into consideration very seriously. So regardless of how this plays out, whether they're expressing their true feelings for the first time, or they're expressing it in a way where this time it really hits you, or they're ending it because it's causing them a lot of grief for whatever reason, it hits you in a way, or it hits them in a way, they have no choice, or you have, both of you, whoever has no choice but to really consider the status. And this would be long term because the Empress is showing up. So two main storylines that I'm picking up on the most is that they call it off because it's causing them grief. And I think that it would be causing them grief because it's not, they don't feel it from your end. Or they express their feelings in a way that you both can no longer hide behind the guise of, oh, this is just we're just friends, or we have history, but it forces you to look at things long term. Now, how you will receive this information or your reaction to it is that Two of Wands. So taking no action. Taking no action with this Two of Wands, you're standing at a crossroads. You have a decision to make with this information that or this action that they take. It's either ending it or it's a fundamental major shift. Tell me, okay. Alright, so now you are in the Nine of Swords. Where they were in the Nine of Swords, this puts you in the Nine of Swords. Stressing you out over a decision that must be made. Decision about what? Oh. About how things have changed or shifted or transformed. About the death. Whatever this is, this action that changes or ends things, this stresses you out. You're either trying to figure out how to deal with this or what you can do to confront it. You could be standing at a crossroads because there's nothing you can do. I'm going to clarify. Tell me about that Two of Wands. What's the decision? Why are we standing at a crossroads? Okay, no, that's too many. Way too many. Tell me about that Two of Wands. Why is their reaction? Why is Leo's reaction the Two of Wands? Loss, sorrow, regret, remorse, guilt, shame. Okay. So this confirms that the main story for it's one particular Leo or the majority of you, you are stressed out about the end of this or the total change, the shift in direction this is taken. I'm getting very strongly the strongest message, and I think this is because there's someone out there that needs to hear it. This person wasn't playing about this connection or how they felt. You were. Whether you meant to hurt them or not is irrelevant. They're not playing the game anymore. And either this is like an admission to basically telling you to nut up or shut up, or I'm not going to involve myself with this anymore because maybe they've had this on their mind for a while, and this is the thing that's been eating them up, or they've got too much, on their mind to deal with. Yeah, look at that, King of Wands. You're the one that's feeling this Five of Cups, this loss. And it isn't because they don't love you or they don't care about you. They want you to work on this with them, or there would need to be a lot of work to bring the two of you together. Stop it. Tell me about death. Why is that here? What does it represent? Maybe with that Five of Cups you regret your actions or your lack of action, your inaction. Strength. Something you're going to have to overcome. The Nine of Wands and the Queen of Wands. See, all along you feared this outcome, but you acted unbothered. There could be different ways to interpret this, but this is for a Leo out there that has been treating someone that they actually deeply cared about this person. Otherwise they wouldn't be the heaviest on your mind. But you treated it as if it was just a game, and to them it wasn't. And I'm not trying to pick on you, because I normally don't take the side of the other person. It's usually not that way, but Three of Pentacles. They may decide to friend zone you, or to put you in a situation where we can be civil, we can, cooperate. But it's almost like or maybe this ends the friendship completely. Maybe they're saying they don't want to be friend zoned. Yeah, somebody's walking away. Emotionally detaching. See, your feelings for them had the High Priestess and the Eight of Cups. And the way the story has shifted, I wonder if you don't feel like they were the ones that run when things get serious. I wonder if you don't do that yourself. Like, because I saw that you felt like destined or fated to meet this person or to be in this person's life. But maybe it's you with the Eight of Cups. And yeah, there's a storyline here that says it could be the other way around. But I'm sticking to the one because they see you as the devil. That's the stronger inclination. But for some of you, yeah, it could be that it is the other way around. For some of you, you have to muster up the courage and the strength to just be their friend, or maybe if you work together, you have to be around this person, but you have to completely emotionally detach yourself because things have changed, or things have ended between the two of you. Moving on to the outcome, Hierophant. Tell me about the Hierophant. Tell me, okay. Five of Swords. That's Taurus energy. Tell me one more. One more with the Five of Swords and the Hierophant for the probable outcome. I say probable because it isn't. No, tarot cannot give you a definitive outcome. You have free will. This person has free will. Seven of Wands. Oh, I missed a card there. Yeah, whatever this is, whatever action they take here with the death, however that plays out, it looks like it leads to, one second, it leads to a breakdown. It's like if they do decide to say, hey, we can just be friends, or that's what you decide, we can only be friends, or we can work together, we can co-parent, whatever that is, the anger, because the Hierophant does talk about higher levels of commitment, a commitment to something, a promise, a traditional marriage or relationship, that is negatively impacted by the anger, the frustration, the desire to protect ourselves from being hurt, or our pride. In some cases with the Seven of Wands, I can talk about feeling like I'm right and you're wrong, and I will die on that hill. Now, if you could subvert this, if you could do anything about it, I think it would be worth that. And again, I'm not trying to pick on the Leos out there. I don't want anybody to get mad at me, but this is, it seems like a very, it seems very personal to someone specific, because this person felt the Ten of Cups for you. So they had like legitimate feelings for you, and they saw you as the devil. You had feelings too. You see them as the High Priestess. The Wheel of Fortune came out there, and then the Eight of Cups. But I'm wondering now if there was a lot of projection going on. But anyway, the outcome, the probable outcome here is that the potential for the long-term serious commitment between the two of you is hindered greatly by the anger and the ego and the pride and the inability to cooperate with that Five of Swords. This is like a battle where no one wins. Why the Five of Swords and the Seven of Wands? Why do we have that? I don't think I need a why, but I'm asking anyway. Page of Wands. Because someone is behaving as if it doesn't matter and they can move on to the next thing, and they're acting childish. I'm not saying it's you, not saying it's them. Maybe it's both of your reaction to the actual pain that's here. Alright, so this is the real world long-term potential of this connection. What is the actual potential of this connection between the two of you? We have the Six of Swords. Tell me about that Six of Swords. Tell me more about the real world long-term potential between Leo and this person, most in their mind. And I think that Nine of Swords, I mean, they might have a lot going on in their life and in their situation, but I think you, and the connection between the two of you is something that is maybe a major part of it, because they feel like this because you were this to them. Tell me about that Six of Swords. 1, 2, 3. Double. Capricorn energy there. That is a shame. One more. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me about that Wheel of Fortune. This was a destined or fated connection, but I think it was a karmic connection. And it isn't until you separate and mentally distance yourself that you can actually see it that way. Both of you possibly. Because there is too much turmoil, too much toxicity that has built up in between the two of you. Alright, 3 shuffles. 1. This could be a cycle that you've gone through with this person before. Does not have to be. 10 of Swords, yeah. Just as much as you were meant to meet, it was also meant to end, because someone needed to learn the lesson of the devil. Why is the devil here? 1, 2. Thank you. And 3. Sorry to say this, Leo, but yeah, 3 of Swords. You were this person's karmic. And well, they were yours too. Unfortunately, I think it's on their end that they'll be affected more so. Not to say that to dismiss, because you're going to feel it. Clearly, with that 2 of Wands, with the 5 of Cups, you're going to feel the loss of this. But it's only afterwards, once the dust has settled and, the shit has cleared. Your actions, you caused this person pain, but you also caused yourself a lot of pain. And I'm not trying to make you feel bad or call you out, because we've all been the reason for someone's pain, intentionally or not. But in this case, they saw you as the devil because you acted as the devil. Now, that can talk about anything. The devil can be vices, addictions, it can be controlling behaviors, fear, acting out of fear, being overly controlling, possessive, manipulative, unhealthy attachments, patterns, repeating negative coping mechanisms, like whatever went on between you and this person, you were not acting through your higher self. You were acting in your lowest vibration. And not to say that maybe they didn't do something to put you there, but at the end of the day, the overall potential of this connection was always going to be a lesson for the both of you. Again, that's not definitive. You could change it. You could at least have a different, you could behave differently, and they could as well. They could make a totally different choice than the one that's here on the table, because there's millions of Leos. But there is a very specific story here that says Leo was they caused both of you, this person and yourself, this pain, because you were acting through whatever this was for you. And it created enough toxicity that this person decided to detach, to walk away. Now, again, this could be the other way around, yes. But that's not the story that strikes me the most here. And if it's here, then somebody needs to hear it. So, Leo, that is your reading. I doubt I'll hear from anyone in the comments other than, like, maybe cussing me out, but I hope you did enjoy it. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed this and want to see future content. For the Leos that came here for a different person, I'm sorry if this wasn't your story. Check out your other placements. But other than that, you guys have a wonderful week till the next time, and I'll talk to you soon.